Hey, we'll try this again. Live feed number 2. Labor Day morning at Vanderbilt Beach Park in North Naples, Florida. Good morning, my friends. Now it's 78 degrees. The temperature's dropped. We had some rain earlier, and looks like we might be getting some more. Looks like this storm is headed my way. Good morning. I am not getting a good connection at all here. T-Mobile is letting me down big time here. Bear with me. Pelicans flying by. See if I get up the beach a little ways, if it gets any better. Very blue, very, very blue this morning. Karen, good morning. Hope everybody's doing well on this Monday morning. Hope your holiday weekend is going well. I hope you have the day off today if you have to work. I hope it's a holiday for you. So there's a big break in the storms here, and then there's more storms up north. Looks like there's some rain moving on shore up by Fort Myers Beach, Sanibel, Cape Coral, way up in the distance there. You can see that front that's moving on shore. Way up there, see it? Barefoot Beach on the right, and over on the left, that's Fort Myers Beach. Delnor-Wiggins there on the right, the tree line. Look at all that spray in the air. Wow. We'll see how long this live feed lasts. See how T-Mobile treats me. I did see the water washing over some of our sea turtle nests that are still waiting to hatch. That's not good. The tide should be going out now. The high tide was a little higher than normal. It was really windy when I got out here this morning. Now the wind has died down. What's that storm gonna do? Wow. No lightning. Don't see any lightning. I'm not hearing any rumbles of thunder, so that's good. quiet out here. That rain, there wasn't anybody out here. Well, actually, there was a couple people jogging this morning in the rain. A couple people walking in the rain besides myself. I'm by the Turtle Club restaurant. Bobby. So how much time do I have before that rain hits us? Is it going to make it on shore or is it going to fizzle out? Be careful if you go out in the water with these waves. They're stronger than you think, especially if you got little kids with you. Keep an eye on them. Put a life jacket on them is always a good idea. Could be an undertow. Turtle Club restaurant at the Vanderbilt Beach Resort here. Nobody out here yet. Just getting their chairs set up. Hollow up there. Getting ready for their big day, Labor Day. Yeah, tide's definitely going out. When I walked up here earlier this morning, that water was all the way up to here. The sand is very soft, sinking way down there. Little willet bird down there in front of me. Scooting off, heading up the beach. Hi Eddie, good morning. Happy Labor Day. That rain's going to keep some folks away for a while this morning. It's too bad for all the folks that paid money to hang out here on the beach for the holiday, but I don't mind a quiet beach. It's supposed to be nice though later on. It's supposed to have a lot of dry air moving in later this morning, and then rain this evening. You can see all that blue sky up there to the north. A lot of red drift algae along the beach. Well, not a lot. I mean, we've seen piles of it here on the beach. But we do have some red drift algae here. Kind of like seaweed. Gosh, there's so many plastic cups and plastic bottles here on the beach. Saw our turtle patrol out here in the pouring down rain. I don't know where they went. So what you got planned for today? Anything special? Any cookouts with friends and family? Such an interesting colored sky. Well, you get holiday pay, Daryl. Look at the bright side. I'm working. Ha! I'm out here walking for yous. I'm not complaining. I could have stayed home and avoided the rain. The storm's just inching its way closer and closer to me. I mean, it's headed right straight at me. Darn it. I was hoping it's going to stay to the south. A lot of clouds over to the east, blocking the sun. Gulf Point of Naples, that little white building. Wasn't quite sure what I was going to do this morning. I didn't want to get too far up or down the beach and get stuck, but I wound up getting stuck anyway in the rain. It was down on the beach of Pelican Bay, south of Vanderbilt Beach, when the rain came. Hey, Carolyn. Looks like it's clearing up to the north. Looks like those storms that are way up north of Fort Myers Beach there are making their way on shore now and going to be moving across the state here. Moving inland. Yeah, looks like they're just getting their chairs out on the beach up ahead of me at La Playa. A lot of serotonin in the air with these waves. Doesn't look like there's much going on at these condos here. Looks like this section of the beach is kind of quiet. Sharon, good morning. Happy Labor Day. Happy Monday. Here's something I never noticed before. Looks like they just opened it up. Looks brand new. This beach access right here. I mean, that's new timber right there. This is access number 3. Well, that's a nice looking boardwalk there. Brand spanking new. But there's another one just on the other side of this condo. I wonder if they're going to close that one off. Huh. Just down here, you'll see some folks up by the dunes. That's another beach access point right over there. Very, very strange. I wonder if they're going to close one of them down. This is beach access 2 over here. That's just weird. And then you got to go up the beach a ways to get to the next one. And beach access number 1's down just north of the Turtle Club. There's access 2 right here. Very strange. One on each side of this condo. You can see that new boardwalk in the background there. One of our sea turtle nests way up there in the sand dunes, up in the sea oats, the newly planted sea oats. See the yellow ribbon on the nest there? It's almost white, faded out. That would be nest number, I can't see it, 264 back in there. Stay out of these dunes, my friends, please. We got him roped off. It's pretty obvious. Plenty of signs to remind you. I think that rain's moving on shore to the south of me. Yeah, it's getting nice here. Getting nice. Again, that new boardwalk at Access 3. I don't know if they opened it or if people just busted the ribbon. Busted it open. Cool. Cool, cool. I don't pay much attention to that kind of stuff. It just kind of caught my eye this morning. La Playa up there, the tall, skinny building. And they got one row of chairs out on the beach. I think we're going to be in good shape as far as that rain. Yay. Maggie, good morning. Happy Monday, happy Labor Day. Looks like the sun's hitting the beach up there by Delnor-Wiggins. Nice. Oh, it looks like this sea turtle nest got wet this morning. Looks like the water washed up over it. Nest 228, that's not good. Sun hitting the beach just north of La Playa here. Are we gonna see some sun? A little bit right here. Getting a little sun right here now. Coming up over the buildings, in between the buildings. Yeah. Playa with their beach lounge chairs all laid out here, waiting for their guests. There's a few folks up there on the balcony having breakfast. Morning. I don't know what the occupancy is here for resorts for this holiday weekend. Well, needless to say, with these waves, that water's churned up. There's a couple boats going to the left if you look out there. There's one really small one and a bigger one off in the distance. You gotta really squint to see it. The other morning, a couple mornings ago, what was it, Saturday morning, I walked all the way up to Vanderbilt Beach if you want to see what it looks like. It's about as far as I'm going to get this morning. That sun. Woo! Yeah, baby. Just wanted to feel a little sun on my face. Boy, this little sea turtle nest got buried. Holy moly. Wow. Look at that. Can't even tell what number nest it is. Look at that. Just see a little bit of the stake sticking up there. That's not good. Hope they make it. I hope they make it. Boy, it's getting gorgeous now. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm gonna head back down the beach, start my walk back down the beach. Got to have more beach time this morning than I expected. I really thought I was gonna get washed out. Good morning. Boy, September 1st, another month has zipped by us. Bills are due, my friends. All the bills are due. If you appreciate my efforts, now is when those tips really, really, really help out. If you enjoy the views, think about maybe you can find a link to my PayPal account and my Venmo account in the description of this post. And I really do appreciate it. T-Mobile dropping out again. That storm's just lingering out there. I don't know how busy Delnor-Wiggins is. We can kind of see it from here if I zoom in. I can see one of the Rangers' vehicles up there on the beach. It's about as close as I can get. Got a big reflection on my screen. But just beyond those palm trees there, beyond that blue canopy, that's Delnor-Wiggins in the background. Does it look like there's a lot of people out there? Seagull coming in for a landing. These views like this are so cool. Puts a different perspective on things. Those people aren't too far from me. waves. Wow. How cute. How cute. Those are some big billowy clouds there. Half a dozen or so of our seagulls here. Morning. I'll give you a few more minutes of beach. A lot of latecomers this morning. I'll go take a peek at Vanderbilt Beach Park before I head home and see what that's looking like. See how busy that's. Another cellular drop out there. T-Mobile, not very reliable here. They got their ups and downs. All carriers have their ups and downs. Right, being a holiday, a heavy load on their towers. They should be prepared for that. An osprey with a fish in its talons way, way up there in the sky. I don't know why it's flying out over the Gulf. Normally they'll come back to shore and eat their catch, their fresh catch of the day. Went way out there. What do you think about that surf sound, the sound of those waves, the lullaby of Mother Ocean? That wind really died down. That's nice. Thought the surf had died down when that wind died down. There's a lot of red drift algae in the water here. A lot. Right in this little section along here. You can see where it's washed up on the beach. There's just like one spot here that I saw that's got a lot of it on the beach and in the water. Just south of La Playa. South of La Playa. It looks like it goes down to just north of the Floridian Club, if you're familiar with Vanderbilt Beach. You can definitely smell it starting to dry out. That's the worst part about it. Just has that very, very distinct fishy odor as it starts to dry out and decompose. I hope everybody behaves themselves today when they come to the beach. I hope they pick up their trash. The beach will probably be a mess tomorrow. That storm has just hung out there now. It's gotten closer, but not to me, thankfully. But it's been there during our whole beach walk. It was a lot more threatening at the beginning of this live feed. Go back and check that out. I think we're done with the rain here. Hallelujah. Till maybe this evening. That's good news for all the folks here vacationing. Looks like lots of blue sky in the forecast. All right, 2-minute warning. Thanks for the stars. I appreciate that. Remember those Facebook stars, you got to pay a fee on those. I have to pay a fee on those. Whereas if you send a tip using my PayPal or Venmo account, there's no fees on your end. And if you say this is between friends and family on your transaction, if you just look, you can set that option. Say friends and family. There's no fee on my end. Otherwise, there's a small fee, but nothing like the Facebook stars fee. So the tips, more of that money goes directly to me. And I do thank you. Thank you for those stars. Plus, I gotta wait sometimes almost 2 months to get the money from the stars. And I know they rip me off. I've seen people send stars and I've never gotten the money from them. And you can't fight them. You're fighting a bot. You're fighting AI. All right, my beach peeps. It's been a nice morning. See, a few more people just popped on. You're coming in at the tail end of the walk here. What's turning into a really nice morning here in North Naples. Down the south end of Vanderbilt Beach. Walking past Floridian Club and Gulf Point of Naples over on my left. And our beautiful Florida sun up there peeking at me through the palms. All right, that's going to do it for this morning's beach walk. A little Labor Day, September 1st, 2025. T-Mobile did it to me again. Hey, thanks for being a friend. Tell your friends about Southwest Florida Television. Follow me on my personal Facebook page as well, Robb Stan. Sometimes I share things on there and then share them to Southwest Florida Television. So you might not see them when they get the double share. I'd love to see you out here walking the beach one morning. Don't hesitate in stopping and saying hello if you're ever out here. A lot of you make it down here, I know, in the wintertime. Hey, thanks for allowing me into your lives and onto your screens. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay strong. Have a wonderful, wonderful Labor Day. Try not to labor today. Tally-ho, my friends, tally-ho. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. May God bless you, your family, your friends, your fur babies, everything and everyone in your lives. And God bless our wonderful, beautiful, and amazing country. The place that I so proudly call my home. God bless America. One nation under God. Keep her in your prayers. She needs them now more than ever, my friends. Tally-ho. Tally-ho.